Today, Apple announced a bunch of new things, and it's really exciting since we've been waiting for this for the last few months. But in this video, I want to focus on the iPhone 14, not the 14 Plus, not the 14 Pro, just the 14, and why I'm a little bit disappointed with it. And I want to focus on 3 reasons why you should probably avoid the iPhone 14 base model at all costs. Starting off with the most obvious reason, and that is because the iPhone 13 still exists. Yes, Apple is still selling the iPhone 13. There were some people in my comments in previous videos wondering if Apple will still continue to sell it. Thought that they would, and they are, as of this video, still selling the previous iPhone 13 models. And if you were to look at the 14 and the 13 and really just compare the two, you'll quickly notice that these phones are very, very similar. If you look at the camera and look at the chip and even the design of the phone, these phones almost look identical, but going from the 13 to the 14, you can kind of expect a bigger difference, and it's not really found in this year's 14. You can legit buy the 13 for $699 instead of $799 and save that money for a rainy day. Also, the chip is the same. Okay, fine, it's almost the same on the 14. The A15 chip that you can find on last year's Pro is the same chip that you're gonna find on the base iPhone 14s. And yeah, you're not gonna really see any noticeable speed improvements. So if your old phone is slow and aging, you're probably going to want to skip this one and maybe go for the 13 because you're not gaining too much in terms of power and speed. Reason number 2 of why you should probably skip the iPhone 14 is because it doesn't have any real standout features of the 14 Pro. Naturally, they're supposed to make them a bit different, but some of the core reasons why people should upgrade a phone, including the camera, the design, the battery, you can kind of hope for an upgrade. If you look at where the 14 sits between the 14 Plus, the 14 Pro, and going down to the 13 mini, this year Apple did not give it any standout features like they gave on the 14 Pro. So what that means is that there's no improved camera, there's no improved display with the always on that you find on the Pro, there's no new notch or even a dramatically increased brightness like the 14 Pro. The base model 14 also does not have an XDR display like you can find on the 14 Plus. This phone doesn't even feel like an upgrade in terms of new features. Not even looking at the old features, but the new features are barely even there. And I am acknowledging that there are some new features that you can find, particularly the safety features, which include the satellite feature and enables emergency services to really locate your phone even if you're not connected to Wi-Fi or data. But then on top of that, it also has the crash detection, so if you're in an accident, the phone can detect that and can automatically alert emergency services of your location and send help your way. So that's really handy, but generally speaking, if you think about what's new with the new 14s, there's not much. Not at all. Now, the third and final reason why I think that you should probably skip the 14 is because there's no mini version. In the last few months, a lot of people that have watched my videos know that I really love the iPhone 13 mini. I wish I could keep it around forever, but the 14 does not have a mini version. And to me, personally speaking, for my preference, I like the feel of the iPhone 13 mini in the hand. It just feels good. And if you are somebody that wants a smaller device, but also wants the newest phone, you're not gonna find it on the 14. You can either get the 13 mini or wait for the new SE that will probably come next year, because I'm hearing that it could probably feature the design and the size of the 13 mini or even the 12 mini. There's not a big design difference there, but if it does feature that design, then that's a good place to put it on the budget model SE, where it's kind of a win-win for a lot of people. But yeah, overall, I'd say that the iPhone 14 this year feels like more of an S upgrade. It doesn't feel like anything new was added, and at the same time, it doesn't feel like there's anything from the previous versions that was generally upgraded. So it's kind of the same phone, and you can save a lot of money by going with any of the 13s. Am I totally wrong, or do you think that this is a good buy and you're gonna purchase it? Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it and a thumbs down if you disliked it. I'm gonna have a lot of content coming out, so make sure to subscribe, and yeah, that's it. See you in the next one.